a lot of people have been talking about how there is a rise of violence on the left.
Mhm.
And I think we need to clarify a few things before I get into this. I do not deny the talking point that the Democrats continue to repeat, that historically the violence has been on the far right. I don't deny
Mhm.
that. The issue that they do not want to accept is that the current rise of political violence is on the left. And when I say
Right.
current, I mean like the last 5 years,
Yeah.
and specifically the last year.
2025 has been the
Yeah,
year of left-wing
for
violence for
sure.
sure.
And
Yeah.
so and the problem is that it's like kinda like what they were doing during Biden's administration. It's like, "The economy's doing great. Look at these
Right. Look at our
numbers." They
jobs
say,
numbers.
"Look at our jobs." And we're all like, "No, something
No.
is amiss here." We're having
Yes.
that same situation right now. Like, if you especially if you go back in the late '90s, the right-wing militia violence was all the rage, and especially leading up to Obama's administration. But since Obama, like towards the
Mhm.
end of Obama's administration, especially once Trump came in, it has been ticking up on the left. And this is the first time that I saw a left leaning publication actually admit that for the first time in 30 plus years, left wing attacks outnumber right wing. And that is the
Right.
Atlantic reporting.
Which is like when you sent it to me, I thought, "What? Is this a joke? This is like a Babylon Bee article. This cannot be
Yeah, I
so."
was like, am I hallucinating here?
Right. No, but
And if you guys
hey,
have been listening to us, you are aware of The Atlantic. They were the one, they're like, their editor in chief is Jeff Goldberg. Is that his last name?
Goldberg, and he was the one that got put on the Signal chat with Hegseth and Marco Rubio and Susie Wiles and all
Like,
that, and
this
that was just
publication
yeah. It's
is
so
no
left. There's
fan.
lefties for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
They have like little tidbits there that will like like a guest writer that'll come in and have something good, but
Like,
like
every now and
this
then, but no.
every now and then. So I think this article came out on Monday. And it says, for the first time in more than 30 years, attacks by the far left outnumber those by the far right. By July 4 of this year, far left extremists had already been responsible for 5 terrorist attacks and plots, putting 2025 on pace to be the left's most violent year in more than 3 decades. Now, I read this entire article, and I will say that because it's the Atlantic, they do like, yes, but
But yeah.
remember,
Mhm.
all this. Now, I actually got a little upset about this article because I thought they were like scooping me because I've been working on strong manning or steel manning, I should say, the numbers
Yeah.
of the increase in political violence and also the past records because I don't necessarily agree with a lot of the categorizations of
Mhm.
some of what they consider political violence. But the Atlantic being the Atlantic didn't completely disappoint me because they were also citing a bunch of numbers that I don't necessarily trust.
Right.
So, but that,
Good, you can still write your article then.
yes, I can still write my article. It's taking me some time because this is a lot of numbers and analysis, and those are not my
Well,
strengths.
I mean, I just did like a really, really simple list yesterday outlining basically that 2025 is the year of left wing violence. And I just outlined from March 2025 to this month. And it is crazy the amount of violence and I didn't even include in there like the bombing of the Tesla dealerships and different things like that. And there was still, I mean, just a lot. It was quite a
Well,
list
and
just from
and
the last,
specifically, yeah, just in the last what, 5, not even 5 months, because we're like 9
yeah,
months into the year, and I would say the
yeah,
last 5 months have been nuts.
tons.
And like when you bring up, for example, those Tesla dealerships,
Hmm.
that a lot of times, depending on which database you're looking at,
Hmm.
won't be counted because they're considered civil unrest, not necessarily political violence.
I kind of feel like if you bomb a car dealership and set things on fire, it's domestic terrorism. But okay, if you want to call that
Yeah.
unrest, unrest is like when my kids decide to like throw a fit. Okay.